Hi guys, welcome to another trading session with me. Before we start, let's quickly check up the economic calendar, but today definitely we don't have much data coming up. Like we have balance of trade coming from the Canada and PMI from the US. Both news can move the market, but nothing special, so don't expect anything really special today. If we take a look at the dollar index market, is recovering as we are expecting, and definitely we can expect to see a further push higher today. So let me just throw what we want to see. So ideally we want to see that 50% at least before anything else. So my target for, let's say, today, tomorrow, definitely will remain that 99.40, a little bit higher, but let's call it like that. The invalidation remain at 98.58. So while that hold, we should more be bullish at the US dollar. The same story goes and applies to a dollar, to the Euro USD, where we can see that market is moving lower. We didn't see even a test of 38.2, so definitely a further push down is expected. Looking for ideal that 50% would be great opportunity, but let's see, like short term, definitely this is the range that we want to see. So from 140.94 to 140.70, that would be ideal targets for the next 24 to 48 hours. In terms of trading, pullback plays can work out only at day trades. Only at day trades, nothing for a swing. Like for a swing, I would probably try a potential, let's say, if we see a decent pullback long against the highs, fine, but that's all, nothing special. Like short term, definitely still looking for a recovery of that non-farm payroll move that happened on Friday, but nothing really changed. Here, pound dollar, similar story like what we see in the, let's say, Euro USD. Slightly different, similar, at least the pattern that we are seeing from the high. We already have a 3-leg move, but since we didn't even test the 38.2, definitely I'm more looking for some sort of a complex correction here, so something like this towards the 50, and we want to see price action like this. So 3 more legs down, ideally that 50%, and we take this liquidity at 132.16 before we move higher again. In terms of trading, I'm not that keen on trying to trade that complex correction, especially on the smaller time frames. So I would rather try to see and wait for that final 3-leg move to call a complete 7 swing here, and then look for a potential long while using that. Let me just find it here. Ideally, if you need to think and plan something, my ideal play would be this. My ideal trade, like you get the 1 to 2, so for me that's good enough to try something. The only thing that we need to see is 3 more legs down. So if we see 3 more legs down, in that case this potential long setup can work out in our favor and have a decent enough chance to be right. So why not? I like it, but the short term, I would rather stick with, let's say, Euro USD or let's say dollar index if you're trading futures. Aussie market is bearish. I would like to see a push higher before we continue to look for a short. In terms for a long, I don't see it yet. Just because we seen a move higher, push down. Here we fail to create a new higher high. We fail to create a new lower low to get at least 3-leg move, and from there to try to pick up some long positions. Or maybe this is going for a potential triangle here, something like this, and then we are going to see a push higher. If triangle appear, I can take some small long position at the triangle breakout with a small targets towards 65.30, yeah, 65.28, but that's all. Right now, I'm not that keen on trying to pick up the longs in the Aussie dollar. Dollar CAD, on the other hand, is moving. I believe maybe this pair have a better potential for us. We've seen a drop down, we are seeing a pullback, and if you start counting the legs from the low, what you have, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we know that if this is a correction as we are expecting, we want to see 7 legs before market move down. If we use Fibonacci retracement tool, we can see that 50% is close, so definitely a short term, more bullish, but short term I'm saying like 2, 3, 4 hours. I don't see it as a potential long right now. I would rather wait for 7 swings and from there try to pick up some short plays. You can use the highs at 138.79 as your potential invalidation points at the moment. And the same approach as we discussed earlier on, just using that equal X as your potential target is all I want to wait. Also, if you don't want to be aggressive and enter, let's say, at the 50 to 6.8, you can always try to draw some sort of a channel for this 7 swing, wait for that push towards the 50%, and or better to say, all you need here would be a crack of this high. That's all that you need, just because the new high would give you that 7 swing look, and from there a breakout towards the downside should be that early confirmation that we're right and that we should see a further push down. If you're planning to play the dollar CAD, what I want you to pay attention to would be break below this, because last time when we took 137.85, we seen a nice rejection, so a nice support here. So I want you to pay attention to that level. Let's mark it on our chart. That's all that you need to do. And if I need to select like what I personally prefer, like just wait the 7 swing and then enter a sell against here, or see a 7 swing breakout and then enter, I prefer breakout and then enter. First of all, if you wait for the breakout, you can use that high of the 7 swing as your potential stop loss. So you're not going to wait till 138.79. You can just use that 50% or wherever the 7 swing end as your potential stop. So risk reward will be better. Dollar yen, I like how everything moves so far. Short term, I'm tempted to, if we manage to be around and we see a nice 3-leg move, I want to pick up some long positions for myself. But 5-3 setups, I'm fine, just because what we said is the same structure that we are having in all pairs right now. We are looking for that retracement. This week, we are seeing this move from the low looks impulsive. Not yet, but looks strong, sharp. That's all that I care about. So pullback plays can work out, because I know that if I'm wrong, I can trade against this 146.61. That's all. I'm not going to force anything or anything else, but as a day trade, I want the dollar yen in my watch list for today. Euro yen, still not that keen on this pair. We said yesterday we are already seeing that drop down, only in case, like, only in case we see a potential nice 3-leg move towards here and some sort of a flag, I can try to play that flag breakout towards the downside and we can make something from there, but anything else is not really worth. Like, if I need to day trade, I would rather pick the dollar yen at this moment, but both things are going to be the same, so it's all up to you. Gold, also interesting. We are seeing a pullback that we want. The part that I love here is this small 5-leg move that we see here. So a nice 5-leg move here, suggesting that at least we are going to get another push higher. So now all we need to do is just wait for a nice pullback and then try to pick up some positions. Our invalidation short term is still here, 3,268, still there. For now, we only have one leg, so it's only A out of the C. Something like this. So definitely look interesting. Of course, if this turned to be a 5-leg move, pullback plays towards the downside are fine. But I'm more interested in longs than short, but I believe that gold at this moment can work out for both type of traders. Like if you like to day trade, like to hold the positions for a couple of hour stops, definitely even trying to pick up that pullback place towards the 50% can work out really good here. So why not? Silver, on the other hand, still not that keen. Pullback plays can work out. I'm more in a favor of gold. Nothing special here for me. I want to see pullback. From there, we'll see what to do. But gold is a better option. Crypto, Bitcoin is moving higher slightly today. Nothing special. Nothing crazy. I would love to see another drop, to be honest, and then look for a long. Like something like this. That would be ideal for me. Still, we need to hold the invalidation down here at the end of the wave 4. Well, that hold, we are bullish. We should consider only the long setups, and that's all. Just waiting for opportunity to present itself, and that's all. Like selling, I don't want it. Ethereum moved higher, still on the waiting side here. Nothing, like I'm not touching this. Like I want Bitcoin, but I don't want Ethereum at the moment. I don't want, like what we said yesterday, either we take this, we prove that this is 1-2, and then we can trade, or a deeper pullback, and from there we can trade. But the short term, I really don't see it. I don't say that you can't trade this. Like you can, like the same approach, follow a simple trend, like market is moving towards the upside. This looks like a flag, and if that's true, we should see a continuation of the bullish movements. So buying is fine. If you find a reason, in that case, it's fine. And if you can create a good enough risk reward, for me, it was always the most important part. Let's see. Silver, definitely, like if you take a look at the silver, I'm still counting this as a complete 5-leg move. And I would love to see a drop down. If you look from the 4-hour time frame, market made a pullback. Some pullback, nothing perfect, but we've seen a pullback. I prefer gold at this moment because of the structure. But even if you are looking for a place in the silver, you can do it the same way as we are approaching the gold. Consider this move from the lows as a potential motive wave. Look for a pullback play, look for a 3-leg move, like looking for something like this, and retrace back to, let's say, 38.30. That's definitely fine. But if I need to be picky and select one of these two, gold is moving much more nicer, cleaner during the last couple of days. So that's why I'm more for a gold compared to a silver. Nasdaq moving higher, move looks impulsive, so just more bullish movements to come. Pullback plays can work out always. The only thing that when you are trading, let's say, indices, you can't go with that approach that we usually use for currencies and look for a deeper pullbacks, because in indices usually you don't get them that often. So you need to be a little bit more aggressive when we are talking about the indices. Follow any pullback, any small pullback will work out as long as they have a valid pattern. And if you need to pick up the best time frame for, let's say, Nasdaq, it would be definitely 15 and 5 minutes for day trading Nasdaq. DAX moved higher, and just because we moved higher in DAX, definitely I'm going with, give me a second, I can't see from the mic. So I'm considering something like this. So a potential triangle here in the wave 4. And if you're right on the triangle, let's add the levels. So 24,400 will be that target for me next. In terms of trading, I want it. Like any place tomorrow, because it's DAX. So UK sessions only, like pullback plays or the upside can work out pretty good. Again, also the same story applies here. Don't wait always for a deeper pullbacks. That won't always work out. Because a long time ago, I wanted everything to be perfect, especially when we talk about trading DAX. And I always waited for that perfect 50%, 618 to try to enter a trade. But when I analyzed over 1,000 of my trades, I missed over 80% of them just because I waited for that perfect entry. And from then, here I'm a little bit more aggressive when we are talking about indices. I'll try to trade even from 38.2, sometimes even from 23.6 if I see a strong market momentum. So don't try always to play that perfect plays. So we have what to trade, guys. Like, we have what to watch, better to say. We'll see tomorrow how market changed and if we need to adjust anything. But for now, I believe that we are just going to follow the plan. See you guys tomorrow.